What if I told you the biggest barrier between you and your goals isn't intelligence, luck, or talent, but simply your ability to control your own mind? Most people fail, not because they lack potential, but because they're mastered by their distractions instead of mastering their discipline. Today, we're diving into the true secret to self-discipline. And it starts with one brutally honest truth. If you don't train your mind, it will betray you. We live in a culture that worships intelligence. We're told that if you're smart, you'll naturally succeed. But that's a half-truth, and it's dangerous. Meet Rohan. He was that kid, sharp, quick-witted. Everyone expected him to soar. But when exam time came, he flopped. Why? Because intelligence without discipline is like a car with no steering wheel. It may be fast, but it's headed nowhere. How many times have you made a plan? Study at 5 p.m., hit the gym at 7, sleep by 10, and then did the exact opposite? It's not a question of knowing what to do. It's a question of whether your mind obeys when you tell it to focus. Rock bottom isn't when you fail. It's when you realize you chose failure by avoiding the work. Rohan's turning point came after failing a crucial scholarship exam. That night, he didn't blame the system, the questions, or bad luck. He blamed himself for choosing comfort over consistency, for letting his phone dictate his attention, for thinking later would always be there. In desperation, Rohan sought out someone who had mastered the art of the disciplined mind, a monk who once lived a life of chaos, but now lived with intentional peace. And what the monk shared wasn't just advice, it was a revelation. He told a story of a young archer who missed every shot because he saw too much. The trees, the clouds, the river. The problem? Lack of focus, too many inputs, no singular intention. Focus only on the target, the master said. See only what matters. This story wasn't about archery, it was about life. Let's break down the 4 pillars of mental discipline the monk shared. Control your thoughts. Thoughts are like untrained puppies. If you don't train them, they'll chew up your time and energy. Each time your mind wanders, bring it back. Not once, not twice, but every time. Success is not the absence of distraction, it's the mastery of redirection. Build a routine. Your brain craves structure. Chaos invites procrastination. Whether you're a student, artist, or entrepreneur, build a sacred schedule. Wake, work, rest. Make it sacred. The more automatic your habits, the less room for resistance. Remove distractions. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. Your phone, TV, even your environment. They're either allies or enemies. Delete apps. Silence notifications. Design your space for focus. If it doesn't serve your purpose, cut it out. Be consistent. This is where most people fail. They get excited for a week, then they crash. Discipline isn't sexy, it's repetitive, boring, and quiet. But it's what turns dreams into routines, and routines into results. You don't become great in one leap. You become great in 1,000 small, boring, disciplined choices. Rohan took the monk's words to heart. He didn't just listen, he applied. He built a routine, studied with 0 distractions, and committed to the process. At first it hurt. His mind screamed for comfort. But each day it got quieter. And months later, when he took another major exam, he crushed it. Top rank. Not because he was the smartest, but because he trained his mind to obey. This isn't just spiritual, it's scientific. Neuroscience shows that the brain rewires itself based on repeated behaviors. It's called neuroplasticity. Each time you resist a distraction and return to focus, you're literally strengthening your mental muscles. Think of it like going to the gym, but for your brain. Years later, as Rohan stood on a stage accepting an award for academic excellence, he remembered the monk's words. "Your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will take you where it wants. But if you train it, it will take you where you want." This isn't just Rohan's story, it can be yours. Discipline your mind and success won't just visit, you'll live in it.